bodybuilding. So jump on board here and let's talk. I'm going to talk anything about natural bodybuilding you want. I'm wearing my IDFA t-shirt underneath here. International Drug-Free Athletics. Got the IDFA board there. Got me sitting there from, I think it was like 2001, maybe that picture. Some couple trophies. Let's talk natural bodybuilding, guys. As you guys know, I run the International Drug-Free Athletics since 2005. Natural bodybuilding competitions in Canada. And I'm venturing into the online shows as well, so stay tuned for that. I've already done a whole bunch of online shows, but I'm getting back into it, so stay tuned. So yeah, so hop on board here, and we'll talk about natural bodybuilding, anything you want to talk about, from the competitions I run to the competitions I've done, to why I got involved in natural bodybuilding, to when I got involved, how I got involved, all that kind of stuff. So jump on board here, guys. Again, I'm Shaun Campbell 2.0. You can find me on YouTube, of course, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook under Shaun Campbell 2.0. So check that out. And I'm just sitting here waiting for people to jump on board, guys. Jump on board. I'm in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I'm here at my little YouTube set. I got my mic on and everything, but for lives, I don't use it. So I'm all set up, ready to rock and roll. I'm going to put together a video, and it's going to be about natural bodybuilding. But I'm not going to tell you exactly what it's about, but it's going to be about natural bodybuilding. I should be able to have it edited and up and ready to rock and roll within the next 24 hours. So hopefully by tomorrow, I can have it up. Or sooner. I don't know. I'm going to see how long. If it gets too late after I edit it, blah, 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 I'm not going to bother putting it up. Who do we got here? Yes, Eric. Okay. But if you do the online shows, I think you said you're going to do online shows. The poses are going to be a little bit different, okay? Because I'm changing things up just slightly. But basically, if you do classic bodybuilding or men's physique or both, those poses that you see on the website will pretty much be the exact poses you'll do for the online shows. But I haven't updated exactly yet because I'm still holding off a little bit just to make sure I got the rules exactly what I want them to be. Because I got to make the rules, awards, and all that work out so that we can do this worldwide without any hiccups. Because there's a lot of difficulties shipping stuff around the world and all this kind of stuff. So I'm coming up with ideas on how to create awards and certifications or stuff like that. Yeah, hi. Yeah, men's physique online and then in person. Oh yeah, so do the exact poses that are online. Sorry, the in-person one. Men's physique is going to be exactly the same for both online and in person. So you can rock those for sure. So if you practice those poses and the same suit requirements, the same type of board shorts, you'll be ready to rock and roll. So that'd be exactly what you need to practice. So where's everyone from here? I know Eric, so he's from in Ontario here somewhere. I don't think he's too far from me. Yeah, no problem. So I know him, and then I'm in Toronto, Ontario area, or Vaughan more specifically. But I'm in Canada, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I'm doing good, Poonam. I'm doing good. Rise and Inspire, hello. Eric, hello. But I've already talked to you. Stumpy, how are you doing? Yeah, we're going to be talking about natural bodybuilding or anything fitness. Anything you want to know about fitness or anything. I'm just east of Ottawa. Okay. So you're about 5 or 6 hours away from Toronto on a good day, but with traffic, 8 hours. I know the deal. If you travel late at night, 5, 6 hours. Yeah, we're going to talk anything about bodybuilding, natural bodybuilding, fitness, anything like that. Even a few of the gossip videos I put together, which I put together on stuff such as the Wes Watson, all that drama and arrests and jail and fake fights and all that drama. And I talked about also Anatoly, or Anatoly. Anatoly. I know it's Anatoly. Yeah, I keep saying it wrong. I believe it's Anatoly, but you know Anatoly, the janitor does the heavyweight lifting pranks or whatever in the gym, where he picks up the deadlifts all the time. I did a video on that that's getting a lot of buzz, so go check that out if you get a chance. Subscribe to the channel if anyone's seen me here for the first time. I'm going to be on here a lot more. So right after this, I've already got my camera set up, as you can see right there. I always move. I have to separate the couch apart just so I can get the bloody camera in here at a good enough distance from the wall to wall, right? So I'm going to do a video about natural bodybuilding. Then I'm going to do a few videos about just UFC gossip stuff just for fun, to see how that hits, to see how YouTube, if they like it in the algorithm. But I'm not going to talk about the typical things people hear about UFC and stuff. I might talk about something like why are they calling Weili or Zhang Weili, why are they calling her the GOAT when she actually got beat by Rose Namajunas twice? Okay, so I'm going to do a video on that. I was like, okay, because Dana White just called her the GOAT, but then wouldn't the GOAT of the strawweight division be Rose Namajunas? Okay, but anyways, because she dominated that division, and she beat Weili twice, not just once. The head kick knockout once, and then a split decision win the second time. So they've only fought twice. She's won both. So she's 2-0. Rose is 2-0 in this matchup. But yet they're calling Weili or Zhang Weili, whatever, I say it. I think it's Zhang Weili or Weili Zhang. I'm not even sure how to say it. But I'm going to call her Zhang Weili. They're calling her the GOAT, right? She might be the best currently in the division because Rose moved up a weight class. But anyways. Yeah, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class was good. The only thing I'm finding hard about it is that I'm not used to structure. I don't like, and getting there on scheduled times is like, because right now I'm banging out videos and all stuff. I'm on my own schedule. I didn't say at a certain time I'm going to start the videos. I said 8, did my thing, blah, 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 answer some emails. So I'm having a hard time with that because the gym is, you know, the gyms are always just open. You just go in there and work out whatever you want. But you can't do that with BJJ, right? And I have to drive there too, because shit. Because when I get in my lazy modes where I like just to be, not lazy, but I'm a kind of an introvert, right? I like to be homebound. So it's one of the, yeah, the Anatoly, the janitor pranks, they're cool. But yeah, I'm kind of an introvert type personality where I keep to myself a lot. So sometimes going out of my way to do things is kind of it's kind of a chore to me, right? Whereas that's why I really need to build up this YouTube, right? Because I love how I can just do my own schedule, my own thing, talk about my own topics. Even with running natural bodybuilding shows, it's all on my watch. I plan when the show dates are going to be. I organize when it's going to go down. I respond to emails when I want to. No one's telling me, say, Shaun, you have to sit down and do a YouTube video on this. No, I do video what I want, right? So I kind of like the idea. That's my whole life that I want. That's the whole goal for me. What is happiness is like basically being unrestricted. I can do whatever I want, right? so the structure kind of messes me up. I like the flow lifestyle too. That's what I like too. But you still gotta get shit done, and that takes a lot. The flow lifestyle almost takes more discipline because you still have to get shit done. Because I can be do whatever I want, then all of a sudden I still have to get things done. And I have to be organized, but it's a different kind of organization, right? I like when things are constantly changing. I like talking on YouTube and then talking about different topics all the time. Even when I jumped on here and went live, no one told me I had to go live today. Shaun, as part of your schedule, your work schedule today, you got to go live, blah, 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 so many times and this and that. No, I just do it when I want to do it. You're back at boxing? That's awesome. Yeah. I'm all about just living the healthy lifestyle and being active, guys. So whether you're boxing, martial arts, you're doing bodybuilding, you're doing natural bodybuilding, you're running, you're doing marathons, whatever it is you're doing, as long as you're being active, that's what I'm all about, right? I just chose the one I'm passionate about, and the one I've always gravitated towards is of all things, of any type of fitness I do, the one that I'll never stop doing is going to the gym working out, right? Because I just love the feel of the typical bodybuilding type bro workouts, right? Get the bump in the chest and the shoulders, all that jazz. That's the kind of stuff that floats my boat, if you say. So I've been living this lifestyle, whether I was competing or not, all the time, right? Yeah. So what we're going to talk about is natural bodybuilding. So right after this, I'm doing a video on natural bodybuilding, and basically it's going to be my top three picks on why I just my top 3 reasons why I feel natural bodybuilding is the best, right? Something like that. I'll come up with a better title than that probably. But I got some point forms written down. I'm going to kind of try to be a little bit more exciting when I talk about it. Because typically when I talk about natural bodybuilding stuff, I think my videos in the past have been too boring. So I'm going to try to bring, because I get a little more lively when I do the call out videos, when I'm calling people out and all this stuff, and people think, geez, man, get off the caffeine. But I think I got to bring that energy into natural bodybuilding because we need some excitement. It's not that serious. It's fun. It's a passion sport for most of us, right? Or all of us. Maybe not me as much because I also made a career out of it by running the shows, but it's still just a passion project, right? Like I do it for fun. I'm not being told, no one's telling me I have to run these shows. I'm not working for someone saying, hey, Shaun, you need to do this, that, and the other. I'm doing this all by choice, right? Natty or nothing, there you go. And that's a big choice to make, right? And it's all that people don't realize that it's not just natty or nothing about competing. It's like a lifestyle. A true natural athlete, it's a lifestyle. You make choices every day of your life, 365 days a year, of choosing to be natural, choosing to be a role model, choosing to lead by example, choosing to walk the walk. These are all choices. That's why it's so funny when other organizations promote natural and they promote not natural shows. It's like, what? That doesn't make no fucking sense. Because it's a lifestyle. If you promote natural bodybuilding, you don't promote the other. It's a choice. It's a lifestyle. There's no in between. You're natural or you're not. That's it. So anyway, I'm gonna make a pretty cool video about that. Because I think my main thing is that I like is that you set a good example, especially for the youth, right, coming into the sport, right? That what's possible, that you can, people think, oh, you can't even have a good, so funny thing is, as soon as you have a good physique out there, everyone says you're not natural. Like anyone, like, oh, he's got too good of a physique, he's not natural. Like, what the hell? So some of these guys who are, like if you got really, I don't even have good genetics and I can get a fairly decent looking physique. People with great genetics, just imagine what they could get. Like shit. That's why sometimes when you see people, you can't just automatically call them non-natural, right? Just because they look good. There are signs, or maybe if you've seen past photos of the person, and there's certain telltale signs of a physique that are not natural, that people in the industry know what they are, but the general public might not. Because shit, the general public thinks The Rock is natural, so come on now. Exactly. Look, that's the goal. So if someone's a true natural and they're being accused of being on drugs, it's almost like a compliment. It's like, oh, take it as a compliment, my friend. Don't be offended. Don't get angry. Why would you be angry? Maybe prove them wrong if you want, but don't take it as an insult. Basically, what they're saying is your physique looks too good to be natural. Your physique... Well, like I was also saying, these people think these celebrities that do these movie roles and stuff and do these huge transformations of muscle mass, they think this is possible. They think this is natural. They think you can put 15 pounds of muscle on over 3 months of working out and force feeding. They think that's possible. I'm not 15 pounds heavier in muscle than I was since the very first day I started lifting weights. Now that's fucking, if you think about that, that's pretty sad, right? So it just goes to show you, man. 15 pounds of muscle later, people don't understand how insane that is. Most natural athletes don't even put that kind of muscle on their whole bodybuilding career. Maybe some guy really gifted genetically would do that in 5 years. Maybe, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's still a big ass. Like a couple pounds of muscle a year improvement. And if you look at the before and after, that's a big difference. And it's a sport of passion. People that do this, they love it. They love it. They love the challenge of doing it natural. They love the fact. I just like the fact that I don't have to worry about any health risks. I don't want to be thinking, oh, wow, oh, I felt a weird pain. Was that because of blah, blah, blah? That stupid drug I was taking that I shouldn't be taking? See, me, if something happens to me, I know it's not, I didn't take anything unhealthy, so it's nothing to do with any of the, it's nothing to do with the whey protein I'm taking or the fucking eggs I ate. Or all the multivitamins I take. It's, but like when you're starting injecting yourself with shit, you've got a lot of other factors to worry about, right? I don't want to be worrying about that shit. I'm just rocking in my chair, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna bang out a a natural bodybuilding video top 3 list of the top 3 reasons why to compete natural, basically, right? Or top 3 best things about natural bodybuilding. That type of vibe I'm gonna do right after this. I've got it lined up in my head what I'm gonna do. I put it on my computer screen what I'm gonna talk about, so I kind of got an idea of the flow, but I'm gonna kind of go off. I want it to come across naturally or authentically, so I want to like just read my points to myself and then just deliver the lines, right? Yeah, the online will be the same rules as in person. So if you do the online transformation, the only thing different, well, either you could send me your story in text, but I prefer when it's online that people with a transformation challenge actually do it on video, like sit down for the video. Hi, I'm Shaun Campbell. And the reason why and here's my story. And then when I was blah, 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 in this picture that you see in the before picture, I was 195 pounds and I wasn't feeling good about myself. I started going to the gym. I wanted to look better be a role model to my kids and all this kind of stuff. And then now here I am now. That kind of thing. Like they tell it, because the big impact when I did the online shows is when people actually did the reading themselves on video. And then it just lives forever, right? It's a memory you'll always have. And I'll put it up on just directly as is online on my YouTube channel, and then boom, you got your story up online. And it's impactful. And no one can tell your story like you, right? So even if you feel like you're not good on the camera, some people will say, oh, I'm not that good on the camera. Just say it on the camera and just be yourself and tell your story and mean it, like, you know what I mean? It'll come across well because people inspire people a different way. There's some people that talk quiet on the camera and they got millions of views. And there's people that go, oh my God, this and that. And they got millions of views because people gravitate to people. People gravitate to authenticity. They can see when you're fake or phony, right? If your personality is you're kind of a quiet person, be kind of a quiet person. If you're kind of a nerdy person, be a nerdy person. If you're a funny person, be a funny person. If you're a joker, be a joker. But people are going to gravitate to you because they like that person that you're putting out there, right? Yeah, go over the rules and stuff. Because with the transformation, there's no specific poses. If you're doing men's physique, just do the men's physique poses. You can even use those as you're after, right? But just sit in front of the camera and tell your story and then send in about 2 or 3 before photos that represent your journey. And they can be from as far back as they are, as long as it represents your journey. If you said, I started transforming my life 3 years ago, then give me some before pictures from 3 years ago when you're 300 pounds or whatever your transformation is, right? Because that's another thing is not all the transformations are just weight loss. Some people do weight gain. Some people just become more healthier living. Some people might have like a medical condition they overcame because of it, right? Because of taking care of themselves. Like you don't know, because everyone's story counts. That's what I love about the transformation. We just want to hear your story. And pictures just as before pictures, right? Another thing I do for the YouTube videos, I use a rocking chair, but you know what? My swivel chair that I use at my desk, because before I used to have a chair, just sat there steady, and I just sat there. This got wheels, so I can like roll up to the camera and roll back and talk. I could be a little bit more fun with the camera because moving around stuff makes it more interesting. Yeah, thanks, Eric. Appreciate it. Yeah, the online show I'm looking at, just so you know, the first one I'm looking at doing is May, middle of May. And then I'm thinking about doing them every month because since it's online and people can do it from wherever they want, they can pick a date to do or do it around a date that they're doing actually a show in their area. Maybe you're from the US and you're doing a show on June 21st, and then I'll have my online show maybe it's June 28th. You can still enter it, right? So you might as well hit 2 birds with 1 stone type thing. Or if you do the show June 14th in Montreal or June 16th, I can't remember what the date is exactly. I'm thinking I could look it up, but shit, I can't remember the exact date. I don't know why I'm going blank. But say it's June 16th. I'm thinking June 14th. So it's June 14th, let's just say. I don't know. So it's June 14th in Montreal, but say I got an online show as well on June 21st. You could do both. Just do June 14th and then take some pictures and all that the next weekend and then submit them in. And then you got yourself, you're prepared for 2 shows. Or maybe you're, and I also like that people from anywhere around the world can do it, say, because, or even just for now across Canada. Because right at this moment, I don't have shows across Canada like I used to, right? I haven't branched back out to Calgary and BC and stuff, but they could still be a part of the IDFA shows by doing online shows out there. Because during 2021, I think it was, we had like a really big turnout from online shows from all across Canada. We had people in Calgary, BC, East Coast, Saskatchewan, all across Canada. And then we also have a couple of people from the States doing shows. So the online shows are we're going to get them popping for sure. That's Workout Warrior back there. That's the IDFA logo right there. Natural Bodybuilding. That's a picture of me from 2001, I believe it is. I used to put that in a frame a long time ago, but I just always thought it looked cool, so I just leave it there. It's a real low res picture though, because back then we didn't take good photos and stuff. We just have like all these, like by the time I find them on my computer, they're so low res. It's like, oh my God. You can't even use them for print because they're not good enough. Well, they are good enough, you know what I mean? Like they're not high quality, because nowadays your phone camera can do a better picture than an expensive camera back in 2000. Your phone kills it. And the video too kills it. Because back then I had pictures and stuff from shows, and I'm like, oh my God, they don't look good at all because they're so, I don't know, it just wasn't a priority back then either. No one really, because we didn't have social media back then, so no one really cared so much about getting pictures and sharing them with people. It was more just do the show, get your trophy, and go home type thing, right? You did it for yourself totally. You didn't even do it to show off, because we didn't show off back then. We didn't show off like, look at my fancy car, look at my food I'm eating, look at the vacation I'm on. We didn't do all of that shit back then. So it was all about like you literally did things for your own self. Like when I compete, I did it because I loved it. I didn't do it to show off or anything like that, right? Okay, guys, I'm going to jump off here. So again, subscribe to the channel. It's Shaun Campbell 2.0 on YouTube here. And I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all that stuff, right? Shaun Campbell 2.0. Same profile picture I use for all these social medias. So join me on there. And stay tuned. So even if you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notifications for my videos. Because I'm going to drop a video, probably a couple real soon. Because I'm going to sit down and probably tape about 3 different versions of videos. So I want to make one about Sean Strickland and being emotional on camera. So I think there's a lot of emotional moments that people aren't catching because they think he's such a badass loser. But there's times where he actually... You know when people are just misread? This guy is an emotional guy. So I want to do a video on like moments where he got emotional, but people might not have caught it, right? Because I could feel it. I always get emotional watching him say, because I could feel it. Because I know that feeling because I do the same thing where we try to bottle it in and we crack a joke or something because we don't want to show emotions. Because we were taught in a generation, I'm even older than him, right? So my generation was taught, men don't show feelings. We don't cry. We don't cry. We don't complain about things. We don't show emotions. So if we go to show emotions and we actually slips out, we almost might show an emotion. We'll crack a joke or something, or we'll stop it and just hold it in. You know what I mean? And I saw him do that a few times. And then one time he couldn't hold it on Theo Von show. That was probably like last year. But I'm going to use that because I think that was such a moment that needs to be talked about. The guy might be misunderstood a bit. He might be a little bit of a crazy person, but deep down he has feelings, right? But he's just an old school man who we don't show feelings. You know what I mean? And see, I'm getting emotional thinking about just talking about not showing feelings makes you feel things. Because I've been like, shit. You know how hard it is to me to like express feelings sometimes? Oh my God. What we do as men, we might show pissed off because we're allowed to be angry. We're allowed to be happy, but we're not allowed to be emotional. We can't be babies. We can't show emotion. Tears cannot come down your face. I'm not saying that's right. I'm just saying that's how a lot of men are raised, right? Especially my age and around my age, right? Your 40s, 50s, that's pretty much how you're raised. if you're raised in the 70s, 80s, 90s, you're pretty much raised, we do not show emotions. And that's a prime example. The shit that fucking Sean Strickland's been through is crazy. Like he's been through hell and back. And he's not allowed to express that emotion because he can't be a pussy. You know what I'm saying? Because you watch him in the ring when he fights. This guy may talk a lot of just shit, might talk a lot of smack, but when he's in the fighting in the octagon, he is so serious, so focused, and so professional as an athlete, it's not even funny. He doesn't fuck around. He doesn't cheat. He doesn't make faces. He doesn't, you know what I mean? He's there to fight, and that's it. He doesn't play the crowd at all. He just plays to win the fight. He is so focused and he's so engaged in the fight, it's not even funny. But when he's outside the fight, he's a bit of a wild man. But it goes to show you he's how passionate and respectful of a person he really is, right? People don't understand that. At first, I didn't like Sean Strickland because the way he talked was so crazy. I was like, this guy's outrageous. But then the more I got, once in a while, you just listen to him, you say, fuck, man, there's something about this guy. That's why he's got a big fan base. He's a bit crazy, but he's entertaining. I think he's just trying to be entertaining. I think he might believe in what he's saying, but you're allowed to have your own opinion. There's a lot of people with these opinions he has. That's why he has so many fans. But the problem is also people are afraid to speak their opinion too. Not only are we not allowed to cry, we're not allowed to speak our fucking opinion because we'll be like fucking censored or whatever, or what's it called? Canceled. That's it. You can get canceled in fucking life for expressing your opinion, right? We were all there 2020, my friends. I couldn't have a voice. I was always worried. I could say, oh, I can't say that online. From 2020 to about 2022, we were fucking all on fucking whatever, pins and needles tiptoeing around, right? Because oh my God. I'm going to tell you, that shit pisses me off the more I think about it, right? 2020 was a bunch of bullshit. But yeah, guys, so I'm going to jump off here. I'm going to talk about natural bodybuilding in my next video. So subscribe to the channel, and I will talk to you guys later.